Yo, what's happening, everybody? I'm doing this video because I felt like an idiot yesterday. I just recently uploaded a figure update video where I showed all the new figures that I bought, most of which were supposed to be Comic-Con exclusives. Supposed to be, given that Comic-Con didn't happen this year, but my favorite Comic-Con exclusive set, maybe ever, but definitely my favorite that came out this year, I totally forgot to show. It was under a bunch of crap over here, and I didn't get to show it. But it's a set based on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live show. Actually, I'll show you. It came with the bag, and it's got like tour dates on it for the cons that would never happen. But anyway, it's a set based on this live tour that they had for the Ninja Turtles in the very early 90s. Now, I'll open this up in a second because I think this is one of the coolest sets they've ever released. But I was debating, like, should I put this in my figure video? Should I, edit this in? But I thought, you know what? This gives me an opportunity to kind of talk about the Ninja Turtles live tour. Again, it was the very early 90s. Nothing was bigger in my world than the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I remember a lot about that time. It was a very strange situation. So I thought, well, this gives me kind of an opportunity to talk about it and go into it more than if it was just, showing a bunch of figures. So I'm going to talk about it. First of all, well, let's look at this set. I think this is one of the coolest, the first thing that strikes me, I'll say this, is they didn't use the original artwork for the tour. The tour was originally called the Coming Out of Our Shells Tour. And on this box set, they called it something else. The Musical Mutagen Tour. I don't know if maybe they had a legal thing with the tour company that put that together. I remember as a kid being really excited when they announced this. The Ninja Turtles are going to have a live tour and go around every city, and they're coming to my city, San Diego. Oh my God. I had never freaked out about anything more. And it seemed like everything blitzed all at once. They announced that there was going to be the soundtrack for the show on cassette. You could get it at Pizza Hut. Like, I think it was like if you bought the pizza, if you got a large pizza, you could get the tape with it. I don't remember if it was free or if it was like another $10 or something. Maybe some of you guys remember. But I couldn't be more excited. It had like Michelangelo or Raphael, I can't remember, holding the electric guitar. Like, again, it was similar to this artwork, but it wasn't really that. But anyway, he's holding the guitar like he's shredding, and it's the Coming Out of Our Shells tour. And the poster looked all bombastic, and I was so excited. Didn't know anything about it, but from the information that I had gathered, it was like, oh, it's like a rock concert. Like the Turtles are doing a rock concert, and everything. It breaks into all the Ninja Turtles action you come to expect. Okay, that sounded great to me. The musical angle I didn't quite expect, but anyway, so I of course begged my parents to get the pizza with the soundtrack. And I remember popping that soundtrack in and being so confused because it was like shockingly light in terms of you're picturing, you're in the 90s, you're picturing the Ninja Turtles doing a rock concert. I don't know, as a kid I'm expecting them to shred, and you pop that in and it's like the most like light. I don't know how to describe it. I mean, you start that tape and it's like, coming out of our shells. Yeah, we're coming out of... I mean, it was just the most tepid thing I've ever heard. And I think back and I'm like, I don't really know. I'm sure there's videos that go into the history of the tour, and there's probably explanations for this stuff, but I never understood why they went so mellow with it. As a kid, I was really disappointed. They had that, they had and this all applies to, eventually months later, I saw the live tour. And I did enjoy it. Despite this music stuff that I'm talking about. It was the Turtles live. And they fought foot soldiers and Shredder and all that. So I had a great time. But I'm thinking back to like they had Splinter singing. He had a song called "Skipping Stones." Again, it was some ballady kind of thing, and then they literally had a song. I think it was called "April's Ballad," where April sang like this emotional ballad, and I specifically remember being at it was at the San Diego Sports Arena, and I remember when it hit April's Ballad, it was all boys, like it was all little boys, and they were all getting real restless during that. Like that was when it was like, all right, let's go get a snack, or no offense to April, I liked her character, but you want to see the turtles kick Shredder's ass. That's what whatever. That's why you're there, and having her do this ballad. I just remember seeing all the boys, and of course there's that girls have cooties thing that boys had too, and so I just remember everyone leaving to go do other stuff during that. It got real restless. I remember buying a set of nunchucks during that show, and I had them. I think even we did a video for Mega 64 in like 2005 where I think there was a ninja with nunchucks, and I think those are the same nunchucks from that live show. I believe. I know we used them in a few things over time. I still have them somewhere, but anyway, you got to invest in a good pair of nunchucks, obviously. But anyway, I just remember really enjoying the show, just being totally confused at the execution of it. Anyway, speaking of the execution of it, so here's the box set, and again, like opening it up, they killed it with this. First of all, I love obscure stuff like this. They could do the Turtles from the cartoon or the movie or whatever. I mean, I love the movie stuff. I love all the old Jim Henson designs, stuff like that. But to do the live tour, like, that is so obscure. I love it. So you slide it out, and it's like a tour, what do you call it? It's like a, case, whatever. When they tour around, they put all the musical instruments in a case like this. I don't know what the terms are. But you open it up, and look at that. All 4 turtles. Now look how cracked out these turtles look. Can you see that? Like, this is just these look like the thing of nightmares. And I love it. They look just so bizarre, and you can kind of customize them. You can have, like, the star over his eye, or it's very, very Kiss. But anyway, these are the most terrifying versions of the turtles, which is why I love them. But anyway, all around the execution was bizarre, and the suits didn't look as good. In the movies, the original movie, like again with the Jim Henson effects and stuff in it, that's exactly what I pictured the turtles looking like in live action. You know what I mean? Like they nailed it and then some. So seeing them on tour a couple years later, and they looked like this, and they were just kind of big foam heads or whatever. It was kind of it was I as a kid, I don't understand the budget or understand how things work, and I'm just like, you nailed this before, why did they look like this? I don't. Anyway, but man, they killed it with these figures. And NECA it's NECA that made this. They did a great job. NECA's been killing it this year. And they also included I thought this was just like a classy touch. A ticket for the show, and it even has the the dates on there and all that stuff. I thought that was really cool. They give you all the like ephemera, is that the term? Oh yeah, badge and lanyard for like I don't know if it's a backstage pass, but VIP pass, all access pass. And then it has the dates on there, which breaks my heart. It's the dates of San Diego Comic-Con, which I'm really missing. It didn't happen this year. But then you have a pack of guitar picks and all that stuff. I don't know if you can see that, but I just thought they did a really good job. I love that they included all this stuff. There was a shirt, too, but I think I tossed it. This was really hard to pre-order. It was up and gone in about 5 seconds online. And they bundled it with different size shirts. So you had to get it with all this stuff. So it was like, all right, the figure bundle with a small shirt, figure bundle with a medium shirt, figure bundle with a large shirt, whatever. I gunned straight for small because after years of doing merchandise sales at Mega 64, I know that the fewest amount of people order small. So typically, most stuff, I knew it would be for this. And so I just gunned for that. So I was able to get one, but I got a small shirt. So I think I might have given it to someone, or I don't know. No way of knowing what happened to that. But anyway, so they did a great job on those figures. But I'll be real, the main reason that I wanted them was I'm gonna say, like, in my top 5, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if it's number 1, but it's up there. YouTube videos of all time, you gotta look up Teenage Mutant Hardcore Turtles. Somebody re-edited the tour footage, and the Turtles are doing a hardcore song, and it's great. I don't always love when people just re-edit footage to make them look like they're doing something goofy, but this is the blueprint as far as I'm concerned. It was one of the first, I want to say it was one of the earliest videos I watched on YouTube. I want to say I found it in like 2006, maybe, give or take. But it's just as funny now as it was then. They actually had some clever editing, and the song, you just have to see it for yourself. And then there's the guy going, You'll see it. You'll see it. Anyway, so in my mind, this figure set, it's like having a Teenage Mutant Hardcore Turtles figure set. I now have action figures for my favorite YouTube video. So there you go. Anyway, I'm curious if anybody else watching ever went to that tour. It really felt like a fever dream, and maybe I'm remembering it incorrectly. I know they sold a VHS of the tour later on. And it's so funny because I enjoyed that tour so much. But when that VHS came out, I was, even as a kid, where I was eating up every piece of Ninja Turtle stuff. When that VHS came out, I was like, I'm good. I don't need to watch that again. Don't need to sit through Skipping Stones again. But yeah, that's kind of the vibe I remember. But I had a lot of fun. I was swinging the nunchucks around, and turtles were there. It was all good. Wasn't Baxter Stockman in it too? Or I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time. Anyway, let me know if anybody out there, in TV land, and if anybody watched or saw that tour. I just can't remember it beyond those those few things. But and I may be remembering it wrong. But I've got my hardcore turtle set. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm going to take us out with a song now. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do it. Stop. I'm not going to do that again. It was a joke. It was a joke. I shouldn't have done that. It was a joke.